What's going on, ladies and gents? Before we start off with the video, I want to remind everybody the content creator program is going on. We actually have a brand new code that I've been sending out to every single player. So if you're a supporter, you should be getting this right now. Traces of Shadow times 30, Skill Scroll 2 times 3. More codes on the way, guys. We should be expecting 2 to 3 more codes. So make sure you hit that support button, support your boy, get yourself some free codes. All right, guys, let's get on with the video and build the best SJW for the upcoming hard WOBL. I'll see you guys there. What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. All right, guys, got something new for you. Brand new code from the content creator program. We'll talk more about that shortly as well. We have a brand new build for SJW to use. We're going to talk all about the artifacts, the weapons, the skills, and the blessing stones you should be using, preparing yourself for hard mode YOGUMUNT. That's right, him and a squad of goons, specifically his hoes, are going to be presented on hard mode, and I'm assuming many of you guys want to know how to build SJW to get around this. Now, let's go ahead and jump in the game and talk a little bit about that. So number one, guys, let's talk about SJW stats. All right, so here are my current stats. You don't need the intelligence at all in here, by the way. This is just for POD and Guild Boss. So what you want to do first off, unless you're using Intuit, then you put intelligence in there, which 275 should be the max if you're using a mythical one. What you want to essentially do is get yourself to at least 99% precision. That's what I'm doing now at the moment. You guys can see right there. This will probably put me about 96%, 98%. That's not bad. And then the rest of it, you can push a little bit further if you want. Let's put another 10. And then we're going to put the rest into strength. Okay, there you guys go. 99% done. And the rest is going to go straight into strength. Now, the reason why I do it this way and then don't put anything into intellect, the 2-second cooldown reduction that you get for putting 200 in there is really not worth it, especially if you're using reawakening, right? So there you guys go. First thing you want to do is give yourself all that love in stats. So 589. And then 130. Now, I'm not level 110 yet. I'm almost there, right? So I'm going to have a little bit more points into strength afterwards, or maybe even precision to get myself into the 99% mark. But you guys can see this is what it looks like. I'll go through the rest of the stats very shortly. Now, in terms of attack, I got 51k on my free-to-play account. In terms of defense, that doesn't matter really that much unless you're using a defensive skill. Attack is really what matters most in the main stats. And then over here, you see we've got ourselves 99% precision, 50% crit hit rate, about 13k. You can drop this down a little more. You don't need 13k. Probably about, I'd say 12k is enough. 208% crit hit damage, 19% defense pen, 22% damage increase. Not too shabby for stats, right? You guys can see all that. And of course, you've got myself the wind bracers because I'm going to be using the wind weapons. So for WOBL YOGUMUNT, what skills should you be using? So first off, I'm going to use right over here the vacuum wave skill from Armor Break. It's probably the best skill when it comes down to wind breaking, as well as one of the best effects in increasing damage taken by 15% for 12 seconds. So that'll be number one. Number two, to do DPS, because you don't need breaks that much, you're going to actually go ahead and use Wind Shroud from the Sonic Stream section right there. You guys can see I've got a legendary one on my free-to-play, so I'm going to equip that. This is going to be essentially your go-to for both of your skills, whether it's the Devora, I forgot a name fight, or the YOGUMUNT fight. Both of these are more than enough. Now, you can replace this for high-speed rotation if you like, but I personally would recommend sticking to these two for the most part. Okay? Now, in terms of your QTEs, Thunderstorm, 110%. It's a massive amount of damage, and it is the best QTE in the game by far. There's nothing close to it except for one other one, which is Overshadow. Now, Overshadow can be replaced with Squall if you want to break faster, but I recommend keeping Overshadow for the damage purposes. So those are the two QTEs you want to stick around. And now it comes down to the actual fight, whether it's YOGUMUNT or Devora, I forgot her name, I apologize, guys. But for her specifically, you want to take away Pulverize. Pulverize is useless. She has no break bar whatsoever. So what you can do instead here is keep your Sharp Perception, keep your Reawakening, keep your Bloodlust, and you can add one or the other. It's your choice here. You can either go with Weakness Detection, or you can go with Double-Edged Sword, and we'll add another one in here as well too, just for the sake of having it, Boss Slayer. All three of those work perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this instead. There you guys go. That'll be my setup. Now down here, in terms of the defensive ones, I'm going to move my camera again back up. My defensive ones, I'm going to keep the usual stuff here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and keep the Life Blessing Stone, we're going to keep Kasaka Scales. I like the damage decrease and the increase in shield because that'll help out overall. I don't really need this daily quest completion. You can add it if you want to, but I do like to have aggressive defense. Now, if this was legendary, I'd put it on, but because we're vying for more power in this case, we're going to keep the legendaries intact. And then right here, we're going to keep the survival one. Okay, you can put something else if you like in here that you find more useful for you, like in case you are dying or not dodging well enough. Daily quest completion is fine, but these are all you need, personally, in my opinion, to get you going. Now, in terms of weapons, wind, water. What do you use? My personal suggestion, guys, if you have a DKD with a the Stormbringer, that's all you need to use. Stormbringer will carry you the entire way, and the perfect complement to the Stormbringer is in fact the Demon King daggers. And this is also good because now you don't have to worry about the bracer element affecting one or the other. So you can go with Winterfang and Stormbringer because it is the two best combinations for Winterfang, but that way you take away the bracer elemental damage. In this case, you have both of them in place. Now, a couple other options you have, of course, is the Truth Kasaka Venom Fangs right over here with the Winterfang. If you have that's another great choice, which will still carry you far enough. The problem, of course, with this weapon is, number one, you can't get it past a 7, I think. And number two, water just isn't hitting as hard as wind. All right. Even here, I wouldn't even recommend any water skills. It's all going to be wind skills. That's how important, that's how much better wind is. Now, in regards to the actual sets that you can use, my honest truth here, guys, is going to be Curse set with Obsidian. Nothing really beats that, to be honest with you. You can put Expert if you want to, you can, but you won't be building up fast enough, in my opinion. I think the 60% damage just makes more sense. And that's, even on hard mode, this is going to be a better option overall because your MP really isn't a problem. It's going to be more just the management of your stacks of crits, right? So Expert won't stack as well. I think Curse and this is probably the best options you're going to have. All right, so there you guys go for that. We talked about the skills already, and then that pretty much is it. Now for cores, this is an important one, of course, having yourself the increased damage by 5%, attack percentage, and I put crit damage here. Here you guys can see additional defense, crit hit rate. And then on this one here, I have the following: more crit damage and HP, or more importantly, you guys can do yourselves a bigger favor and give yourself some more damage increase. So if you have a good one with damage increase, that's the one you want to go with instead. Okay, so damage increase will make a bigger difference for you overall. But here we're going to put crit damage just because of the CP purposes. Okay, so there you guys go. Now my crit damage is, of course, a little bit higher, 217. So that's what you would do in terms of setting up for SJW. Now, in terms of the fight, all right, in terms of the fight, this is important, of course. The hard mode combat power is going to matter quite a bit. All right, so when you are doing the combat power, guys, keep in mind, if you need to alter anything due to rarity to increase your combat power, do that. All right, make sure to do that. Even more, I'll even go as far as saying this: if you can't get 99 perception and you prefer having more power through strength, then do that as well. Because here, let me show you guys something. If I go through strength, right, all the way across the board, I'm actually going to get more power doing all strength versus adding anything into perception, right? You guys can see here, total power now is 445, 515. Now, if I reset this, so remember it's 445, 515. Okay, 445, 115, 515. Okay, so now if I go to 120. Right, let's just go to 120 for a second. 120. And then if I go all the way across all strength here, you'll see a little bit of a drop. 442. Right? So that extra 3K power is going to make a difference. That could be the make or break for you guys when it comes down to getting into the blue or even into the white, the recommended power, so you don't get penalized. So it's very important, guys, to make sure you put all of your efforts into getting your combat power up. Remember, that is going to be key for many of you to getting the job done. So there you guys go. That is essentially it. Now, in terms of shadows of who you want to use versus YOGUMUNT, your main shadow authority should always be Igris, in my opinion, then Beru, and then Serbi. Those are my favorites personally, or you can add Bestie in there and remove Beru, but Serbi I think is a must because of the 5% extra damage that he offers with his combustion. She's not bad for defense pen. He's obviously great for punishment as well as doing a little bit of healing, which you don't really need. But of course, Igris is going to help you guys with that extra crit bonus that you will need throughout the fight. All right, guys. Hope that helped some of you out. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.